From dusk till dawn, the triathletes entered the twilight zone of the waiting game. Among the spectators in attendance was Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority Chairman Martin Dino. Just warming up on his new post, Chairman Dino was a proud host, bearing his plans for sports tourism to boom in this burgeoning center of trade and commerce in the southwest of Luzon.
Definitely, Subic will be the hub ng all events, most especially itong triathlon. I'm planning to put up yung mga international sport facilities here in Subic.
The serene Asaya Subic Bay temporarily turned into a beautiful mess just before sunrise. The triathletes were making their final preparations, checking out their weapons and ammunitions before going to battle. Not lost in the din of the festive pre-race rituals were executives, including Century Canning Corporation General Manager Greg Banzon, one of the triathlon pioneers in the country.
I'm as ready as I can be. I've been preparing for at least maybe 12 weeks or so it should be a good race.
And celebrities who took some time off their busy schedules to take on the challenge in the age group and relay categories.
It's just my second time, so I can just imagine the excitement and also the pressure from all the other racers. But I just want to enjoy it, and it's an honor to race along with the pros and with my friends.
I think I'm prepared. I've been training since January, although I just got out of an injury, so hopefully I get to finish this.
I'm honored to be here. Actually, we're doing, me, Gerald, we're doing it together with Team De Rosa, we're doing the relay. So really excited to do it. I really trained for this. So today I'm ready to let loose. I'm just ready to go.
But on this given Sunday, the celebrities willingly stepped aside. They were only supporting actors to the main casts, the pros, who were about to step into their lead roles in the biggest scene of the weekend show.
I'm definitely expecting the run to be very hot, and hopefully the wind stays calm for the bike, and really looking forward to a good course.
Yeah, the temperature is about right, and there's a little breeze, so I feel like I have a pretty good chance of having a good race today. Yeah, feel good about things.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I've had a good preparation coming into this race, so I hope that I can improve on last year's result, and we'll see what happens. But anything is possible out there, so you just got to make the best of a good or a bad day.
This is the culmination of months of preparation, where tension goes hand in hand with anticipation.
People, be ready.
The moment the gun fired off in the air, the male pros threw themselves into the waters, their arms and legs swinging alternately, with each stride a step forward closer to their common goal. Perhaps still riding on the momentum of the fire-making activity, Sam Bettin jumped on the gun and was leading the pack after the swim course. But just a second behind him was the young Jake Montgomery, who's out to defy the tremendous odds. Last year, the 22-year-old Montgomery got the biggest win of his career, the Cignal 70.3 Ironman title, to earn a ticket to the World Championship.
I had my biggest tie was when I won Geelong 70.3 last year. That was definitely the highlight of my sporting career, and it was a great year, and I had qualified for World Championships.
But one day before the biggest race of his life, he almost hit a dead end. Jake collided with a car while on his bike, sustaining serious head injuries and multiple fractures, putting his career in limbo.
And the next thing I remember was sitting at home on the couch, not being able to move a muscle, and it wasn't until when the police rang up and explained what had happened, that I'd been hit by a car and had multiple fractures, muscle tears, brain bleeding and swelling in 3 different spots, that your return to triathlon is far from certain. There's very slim chance you'll ever race again.
But Jake was defiant. He refused to give up. In what was the toughest race in his life, he lived up to the Ironman motto: nothing is impossible.
Well, I never really got the all clear to race. The doctors were still scaring me of how risky it is of another seizure or passing out, dizziness, all that sort of stuff. But I thought, no, I'll give it my best crack, and having my family there, friends, sponsors still continuing to support me, I was like, there's no reason to quit now. I'll try my luck and see how it goes.
Jake Montgomery is an epitome of a real Ironman. He successfully made his comeback after being away for 6 months from the sport to defend his Geelong title. While he failed to defend his title, finishing 5th in his first race since the accident, he considered this a moral victory, a triumph of the human spirit. Back at the Asaya Subic Bay, Betten managed to hold off Montgomery, leading an 8-pack field up front, heading into the bike course with Michael Raylard, a record holder of the fastest Ironman 70.3 finish in the 2009 World Championship, along with Kevin Collington, Sven Ryderberg, Crowe Alexander, Tim Reed, and Rudy Wild. As the men set out for the bike course, the women have also started with their own race. As expected, last year's top 2 finishers were added again. Caroline Steffen of Switzerland and Radka Kalefeld of Czech Republic were only separated by 2 seconds. First-time Subic visitor Kate Bevilacqua came in at 3rd, followed by Dimitri Lee Duke and Philippines' own Jenny Rose Guerrero. The age groupers and relay participants lined up next. There were all shapes and sizes. All came from different walks of life, from executives turned weekend warriors, celebrities, and long-distance enthusiasts. The swim course was the first test, but as the race progressed, so was the degree of difficulty. Up next was the NX SE-Tex bike course, a treacherous 90-kilometer loop, returning to Subic at the back of SBEC, where Transition 2 is located. The Century Tuna Ironman 70.3 Subic Bay would like to thank Gatorade, the official sports drink of the Century Tuna Ironman 70.3 Subic Bay. Special thanks to David Salon. Sante Barley.
I'm on grass.